Hi, this is Bob Gersh with East Coast Capital, and today's topic is Don't Fall for the Next Shocking Headlines About Home Prices. Don't fall for the next shocking headlines about home prices. If you're thinking of buying or selling a home, one of the biggest questions you have right now is probably what's happening with home prices? And it's no surprise you don't have the clarity you need on that topic. Part of the issue is how headlines are talking about prices. They're basing their negative news by comparing current stats to the last few years. But you can't compare this year to the unicorn years when home prices reached record highs that were unsustainable. And as prices begin to normalize now, they're talking about it like it's a bad thing and making people fear what's next. But the worst home price declines are already behind us. What we're starting to see now is the return to more normal home price appreciation. To help make price trends easier to understand, let's focus on what's typical for the market and omit the last few years since they were anomalies. Let's start by talking about seasonality in real estate. In the housing market, there are predictable ebbs and flows that happen each year. Spring is the peak home buying season when the market is most active. That activity is typically still stronger in the summer, but begins to wane as the cooler months approach. Home prices follow along with seasonality because prices appreciate most when something is in high demand. That's why, because the abnormal years we've just experienced, there was a reliable long-term home price trend. The graph posted in the blog at askbobgersh.com uses data from Case-Shiller to show typical monthly home price movement from 1973 to 2021, not adjusted, so you can see the seasonality. As the data from the last 48 years shows, at the beginning of the year, home prices grew, but not as much as they do entering the spring and summer markets. That's because the market is less active in January and February, since fewer people move in the cooler months. As the market transitions into the peak home buying season in the spring, activity ramps up and home prices go up a lot more in response. Then, as fall and winter approach, activity eases again. Price growth slows, but still typically appreciates. So, why is this so important to understand? In the coming months, as the housing market moves further into the more predictable seasonal rhythm, you're going to see even more headlines that either get what's happening with home prices wrong or at least are misleading. Those headlines might use a number of price terms like appreciation when prices increase, deceleration of appreciation when prices continue to appreciate but at a slower or more moderate pace, depreciation when prices decrease. They're going to mistake the slowing home price growth, deceleration or appreciation that's typical of market seasonality in the fall and winter, and think prices are falling, depreciation. Don't let those headlines confuse you or spark fear. Instead, remember it's normal to see a deceleration of appreciation, slowing home price growth as the months go by. The bottom line, if you have questions about what's happening with home prices in our local area, let's connect. This is Bob Gersh with East Coast Capital with this blog, video, and podcast Monday through Friday at askbobgersh.com. If you have any questions, reach out to me through askbobgersh.com. If you do see me at a local coffee shop, tap me in the shoulder, let's sit down, have coffee, and talk about whatever you'd like to talk about. Have a great rest of the day, a great rest of the week. Enjoy life. If I give you any service, just reach out through askbobgersh.com. Until next time, have a great day. Thank you.